So I'm Lisa Brahms, and I am, turning on the thing, I'm the Director of Learning and Research at the Children's Museum of Pittsburgh. Okay, so making has been described as a creative process at the intersection of the physical and digital, and at the crossroads and fringes of disciplines such as science, technology, engineering, art, and math. The educational policy world has taken note of this grassroots movement and is increasingly characterizing it as a movement of education reform, positioning it as an on-ramp to participation in STEM learning, and working to identify the programs and outcomes that may be leveraged to create STEM learning pathways for children and youth. School administrators and teachers are working to incorporate making into the classroom context, and designed informal learning environments, such as museums, science centers, and libraries, are expressing growing interest and investing in the integration of making into their exhibits and programs. MAKESHOP at Children's Museum of Pittsburgh. There it is. Is a makerspace designed to provide a supportive, open-ended, and informal learning environment for children and families to engage with real tools, materials, processes, and ideas. MAKESHOP is a collaboration of the Children's Museum, of the University of Pittsburgh Center for Learning in Out-of-School Environments, and of the Entertainment Technology Center at Carnegie Mellon University. Our work with MAKESHOP has attracted international recognition. This recognition has developed into opportunities which have allowed us to partner with schools, museums, universities, and foundations in our efforts to better understand making as a learning process for children, families, youth, and adults. We've been working with community partners to transform spaces such as classrooms, libraries, and pre-service teacher programs throughout the region through the creation of makerspaces. Our partners have seen the changes in the ways in which students approach and engage in learning, notably shifts in mindset regarding learning and instruction, and the development of 21st century learning skills such as persistence, creativity, curiosity, problem solving, and critical thinking. In addition, we have and continue to host transformative professional development opportunities for teachers, educators throughout the region. We have teamed up with Assemble to enable youth to engage in authentic tandem making experiences throughout the city. And we are leading the study of family learning in museum-based makerspaces. Through our work, we are finding making to be a social learning process that fosters skills and knowledge, as well as change in perspective and practice through experience and over time. From this work has developed a new project in partnership with the Institute for Museum and Library Services to create a framework for the design of makerspaces in museums and libraries nationwide. I will end with a brief video of our community partners discussing the value of making and its potential for education.
A maker is anybody, and I think that's what's really exciting about this idea of maker education, the maker movement, that all of us are creative, and so often people say they're not.
Being a maker is really important because you're taking something and you're evaluating the world and you're saying that this isn't good enough, I'm going to change it. So taking something and then having the confidence to move forward in its evolution.
Somebody who's just willing to try something new. It's really just the process of putting yourself out there, realizing that we all have the potential to create.
So makers have the characteristic of grit. Grit has that passion, that drive that allows us to continue wanting to learn more, try different things, and think of what we're doing in new ways. When you're making, you're really just exploring. You're trying out new things, you're getting involved, you're living in that moment. How many times have you ever heard a kid say, I hope I don't have to play anymore? Well, it's the same thing with making. Nobody ever says, gee, I really wish I don't have to make anymore. Because you're involved, it's fun.
I think it's important to integrate making into educational institutions as a way to encourage kids to explore creativity, to learn problem solving, and to learn how to explore and invent things. I think we've lost that in our education system by so much standardization.
So when you're looking at makers, what you're really looking for is the ability to foster safe situations where anybody can learn that there's no right or wrong answer and that it's really about the experience.
The question isn't why should we include making into our learning environments, but it's really why shouldn't we?